essentially how to even offer this most simple first aid application that you essentially need to know today. So what we're going to do today is sit back and learn from St. John's again this morning on exactly what those first aid methods are, why you need to know them. We're calling them right at home first aid application methods. Joining me right here is Andrew, who's from St. John's. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you.
Happy to have you around.
Thank you.
Let's first start like this. People say that a life skill is maybe swimming, driving, riding a bike.
Yes.
Is first aid part of a life skill as well?
First aid is a life skill for everyone. It is a life skill for everyone, and that is why we even insist that you learn first aid from the moment that you're in primary school. And that's why even at St. John Ambulance we have what we call units of youth members in schools, training them in first aid, so that basic emergency care is something that you use. For example, I'm sure you have nosebleed before. What did you do when you experienced nosebleeding?
Can I tell you the one that I later came on to realize that it's not okay?
Yes.
They say lie flat on your back.
While your nose bleeding?
That's it.
Okay. No.
Oh yeah?
You're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that?
You're not supposed to do
Andrew,
that.
that's not okay.
You're not supposed to do that.
Wait a minute, but majority of people would do that. Like when you see someone else bleed, they will tell you, well, lie on your back.
The problem with lying on your back is that when your nose bleeding, the direction of blood flow is out the nose. So when you lie on your back, that changes the direction of blood flow. So it goes back down the throat and it can induce vomiting. And while you're lying on your back, if it were to induce vomiting, what would happen? You would probably choke. So that becomes a bit dangerous for you. So we encourage you to pinch your nose and lean forward as you're seated, the way you're seated.
Yeah.
Lean forward, pinch your nose for 10 minutes, and your nosebleed should sort itself out.
Do you run into these cases where you see people completely offer the worst first aid application to a patient or
they do it, and they do it confidently. They do the wrong thing confidently, and sometimes there's really not until someone has probably stepped into a first aid training, a formal first aid training. That's when now they can learn about what are the dangers and what are the mistakes that they've been doing. Like for example, you've seen on the road most of the time when people get into an accident, you will find guys just lifting up the casualty, moving from one point to another. Everyone has one arm is moving towards the right, another person is with the left arm moving towards the left side. They are all moving in different directions, and probably this guy has broken bones all over. And you're not even helping this person, making it worse. If you would have left them there and offered just basic care while they were there, that would have been
particular sport, isn't it?
That would have been adequate.
Yes. Pretty much. Just before we get into all that we have on the table here, hopefully we're going to have a proper time then for us to go through all of them. When we're looking at the first aid right within the house, I mean, we're thinking about so many scenarios. You're thinking about accidents where somebody's bleeding, burns as well. Are there courses at St. John's that somebody will say, well, I want to take a bit of courses to understand basic first aid application, especially right in the house, in the family? Yes.
With St. John Ambulance, in terms of training, that's the primary thing that we do. We train members of the public. We train anyone who is available, anyone who is interested in first aid. And here at our offices countrywide, we offer first aid training every week. A comprehensive first aid course lasts for 5 days. So you come in on Monday, and by the end of the week, you have basic knowledge on how to respond to an emergency, be it at work, be it at home, even out there on the road.
I want to give you an example of exactly what we would tend to see at work, and this came in last week when I was having the same conversation with one of your members as well. And this is a question that came in. They said, well, in case where somebody has collapsed and gone unconscious in the office,
Yes.
what is the likely reaction from me today?
When you talk about the likely reaction from you as someone who has been trained or
Someone who has not been exposed to training and wants to help.
The likely reaction is probably someone will will start to worry and start to scream and start to shout for help, which is also a good thing. Shouting for help is something something that is encouraged.
Where does it lie in your manual? Is it step number 10 or?
Shouting for help is step number 3 actually.
Oh yeah?
Yes. When you come across someone who has collapsed, be it at home, be it at the workplace, the first thing that you do is assess the area for any safety concerns. Is there any danger between you and the casualty, anything that would cause harm to you or the casualty?
Yes.
Is your casualty responding? By responding is when you talk to them, do they answer? Do they react in anything?
Yes.
If not, then you will need help. So at this moment, we encourage you to shout for help.
If you've got no idea.
Yes. If you've got no idea, shout for help. And then if you have an idea, then go ahead and approach
Get right in it.
Yeah, go ahead and approach your casualty.
Yes.
First thing, open the airway.
Yes.
Check whether your casualty is breathing. Check whether they have a pulse. A, B, C. Airway, breathing, circulation. It's as easy as that.
That's it. We're going to get into it. All right. I know we do have a lot of things on the table.
Yes.
I'm calling them things. If you're going to tell me the right word, because I'm also learning in this first exercise.
Yes.
Let's first start with the first one.
Yes.
In training, what will you call that?
This is a training mannequin.
Okay.
This is what we use when we want to train you in CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, how to handle a casualty who is unconscious and also not breathing. Someone who's gone into cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
So this mannequin helps us to gauge proper hand placement when you're doing chest compressions and also giving mouth-to-mouth ventilations, whether you're getting an adequate breath and such.
Yes.
You cannot do it on a real-life casualty, a simulated casualty, because it becomes dangerous.
That's it.
It's dangerous. For example, if I want to do chest compressions, simulated chest compressions on you, it would be dangerous for you and it can cause harm to you. That is why we use a training mannequin.
You can't train on me.
Specifically on CPR.
Specifically on CPR.
Yeah, specifically on CPR, I cannot train on someone who is actually breathing, whose heart is actually pumping blood.
But I've seen it somewhere, Andrew, where they say the best way to train is now come here, let me give you a live example of how you're supposed to do this.
No.
Place your hands like this on somebody's chest.
No. On a live casualty, it's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
It's dangerous if for example, I were to demonstrate right now chest compressions on you and make you lie down here, it would be dangerous on you because I need to do a proper chest compression, and I need to compress down. Your chest needs to go down around 5 centimeters. I need to squeeze your chest 5 centimeters because I'm squeezing blood out of the heart.
I see that now.
Yes.
I see that now.
Because I'm squeezing the heart.
Good. Now, let's jump into it then and start with that one.
Yes.
And this is why I want to learn this very, very much.
Yes.
Because I believe this is an area that I essentially want to be good at as well. We can start with this one so that I can actually get to show it so we can get to learn this as well.
Problem.
So how do you go about administering CPR?
How do I go about administering CPR?
Can actually just stand up. So
That's okay. Now, for any casualty that you come across, you must conduct a primary survey. A primary survey is just five or six key steps for you to establish whether your casualty is unresponsive or unconscious.
Andrew, when you say, hold on.
Yes.
You're getting technical. When you say, okay, unresponsive.
Yes.
Somebody who's unresponsive is what?
Is unconscious. A casualty or a person who is not able to answer your question.
I see that now.
A person who has collapsed. Let's say someone who has collapsed. When you call out their name, they're unable to answer your questions.
That's it.
When you touch their shoulder, they are unable to react to that. When you pinch somewhere on their ears, they are unable to feel that pain.
That's it.
Yes. So that is a person who is unresponsive.
Unresponsive.
Yes,
Good.
or unconscious.
That's it.
Yes.
All right.
So the first thing is you assess around your casualty. Is there any danger between you and the casualty?
Okay.
If there is no danger, at this moment is where you also wear your gloves. We encourage you in your household to have a basic first aid kit. First aid kit that has gloves and such. So you put on your gloves. Now for this demonstration, I won't put on gloves, just for demonstration purposes. I'll put on them later. Now, once you check for danger, check whether your casualty is responding. So how do you check whether a casualty is responding? How can I get your attention? I will call your name. Or I call you out. Hello, can you hear me?
I see some people slap them.
No, do not slap your casualty. do not slap your casualty. Yes. So the first thing is, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Clap beside their ear. Hello, can you hear me?
That's it.
If you know their name, hello, John, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Open your eyes if you can hear me. Open your eyes if you can hear me. Then you tap their shoulders. Tap their shoulders.
Yes.
They're not responding.
That's it.
Then you try and pinch there's a muscle here. You try and squeeze it.
Oh, yeah.
Or pinch their ears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just slightly, just to get their attention.
Yes, you're trying to see whether they do react to pain.
Yeah.
Where they do respond to pain.
Okay.
If they do respond to pain, then they are responding.
That's it.
Then you know that they're breathing. If a casualty is responding, then you know that this person is breathing.
And when you say response, what sort of response
They
are you
move.
looking for in this?
Just movement.
Just movement.
Just movement. Are they able to move? If they're moving, if they move their arms, if they move their feet, then you know that
then you know that every other thing is fine. Yes.
So the next thing now, if they do not respond, they are unresponsive or unconscious, you try and shout for help if you're alone. So if it's in the house, you try, someone help me. I have an unresponsive casualty, or I have an unconscious casualty. Kuna mtu anijibu. So you just shout once, and then now continue handling your casualty.
That's it.
You handle your casualty by opening the airway. The first thing that you open how you open the airway is you're going to tilt the head back and lift the chin. One palm of the hand on the forehead, 2 fingers under the chin. I want you to try that.
So one, my left arm, I'm right-handed.
Depending on which side you are.
All right.
Depending on which side you
so
are.
If I'm right here.
Right now you're on the right side of the
That's
casualty. We usually use the direction using the casualties.
I could
The
see
casualties right and left.
Yeah.
So if you're on the right side of your casualty, you're going to use your left hand on the forehead.
That's it.
And then the right hand, 2 fingers on the chin, on the chin.
That's it.
Then open, tilt the head back and lift the chin.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, here we go. By the way, you can tell me to stop when you see me getting it wrong.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Get it like this.
Yes.
All right, and then right here.
Yes.
And then tilt it.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
That's it.
Now you have opened the airway.
And for how long do I need to do this?
You just open the airway and then immediately check whether your casualty is breathing.
How do you check for that?
How you check for breathing is when you look at the chest. Do you see any chest rise?
Okay.
When you breathe in, your chest is supposed to rise.
That's it.
So do you see any chest movement? Is there any chest movement up and down?
Yeah.
Do you can place your ear next to the casualty's nose and mouth?
Yes.
Do you hear any breath sounds? Are there any breath sounds? If there are no breath sounds, that's also a sign that the casualty is not breathing.
That's it.
And also, do you feel any warmth on the casualty's breath? So you do that for up to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, you do that for up to 10 seconds. If you can't establish any sign of breathing, then your casualty is not breathing. That is the moment that you need to start chest compression.
That's it.
Yes.
Now for the most interesting part. Interesting in the sense of majority of people actually do not know then how to do the chest compressions.
Yes.
So what is the right procedure for doing the chest compressions?
Okay, the moment you discover your casualty is not breathing, because you've checked for breathing for 10 seconds, there's no breathing. Yeah. So the moment you discover your casualty is not breathing, if you have your phone with you, take out your phone, call for an ambulance.
Immediately.
You need an ambulance.
Hold on, the first thing that you're going to do if they're not breathing, even before you start administering this, is that, okay, call an ambulance. They need to be on the way before I even start administering this process, isn't it?
The best thing would be, if you have your phone with you, take out the phone. If you have a number, for example, for St. John Ambulance, dial St. John Ambulance, put it on speakerphone. As you wait for it to be answered, then you can continue with chest compressions.
How good is the St. John's ambulance response emergency number? Unajua hapa Kenya tunasemanga unapigia polisi unangoja 25
No, it is immediate. Our emergency operation center is operational 24/7.
Etiambia mwizi asichukue.
Hapana. Hata polisi wanashika.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So our response number is immediate. The moment you call, you will get someone online, a trained emergency medical technician who will even guide you. If you need any guidance on how to manage the situation.
Instant.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into it then.
So you call for help.
So by the time I've done that, I've essentially, what you're saying is that I've left this particular position, isn't it?
Yeah. You've already checked breathing.
Yeah.
Now you need to intervene.
So I've moved to this other side as well. Pretty much.
Because you've discovered that there's something you need to intervene. So that is the intervention that you're taking. So the moment you discover your casualty, you've called for help, you look for the center of the chest. How do I visualize the center of the chest? The center of the chest is the lower half of the breastbone. So how you're going to measure that? Under the armpit. See the armpit?
Yeah.
A straight line across the chest until you get to this hard part here. Under the armpit, across here. That is where your heart is located.
That's it,
Yes, because you're going to be doing chest compressions on the heart. You're going to be squeezing blood out of the heart.
That's it.
So that you can oxygenate the brain and the other internal organs.
Lower armpit, straight line, up to the center.
Yes.
That's it.
There. So, here. Now you're going to place the heel of your hand.
Yes.
You're going to place the heel of your hand at the center of the chest.
I see that.
At the center of the chest.
Yes.
And then you're going to interlock your fingers like that.
Yeah.
So we encourage you, for example, if you're left-handed, you're going to put your right hand and then you put your left hand, you interlock with your left hand.
So the stronger hand should be
on top.
On top.
Yes.
Is the one that's going to push.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So because I am right-handed, my right hand comes on top.
On top.
Yes. But again, it all depends. The idea is to get a proper...
Just to get a proper compression.
Yeah. Yes. Because you're supposed to squeeze. So once you locate the center of the chest, you're supposed to squeeze it down 5 centimeters.
How do you approximate 5 centimeters?
Hard enough. You're going to push hard. That's what we say. You push hard.
Hard enough.
Yes. You push hard and you push fast.
Yeah.
You push hard and you push fast.
Yeah.
So what we do is you're going to do chest compressions at a rate of 100 to 120 chest compressions per minute. Now remember, this position that I'm in is not the best position for doing chest compressions. I need to be kneeling down next to my casualty.
Next to the casualty.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to be kneeling down because I can't do compressions when I'm standing.
No.
So this is just for the video and for demonstration purposes.
Yeah, but we can.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Yes.
Right there.
So I need to be kneeling down.
Yeah.
Here. This is the best position for you to do chest compressions.
Is it opposite
on the side of the casualty?
That's it.
On the side.
Just like we are doing it right now.
Just like the way we are.
Yes.
So chest compressions at a speed of 100 to 120 chest compressions per minute.
Okay.
So to break that down, it is 2 compressions every second.
That's quite fast, isn't it?
That's quite fast. To the tune of Staying Alive. Do you know Staying Alive by the Bee Gees?
Oh yeah.
So to the beat of Staying Alive.
Oh yeah, that beat, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
or Baby
Staying
Shark.
Alive. I do know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes. Yeah. So at that you do that. So you're going to do 30 chest compressions.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, after 30 chest compressions, I need to give mouth-to-mouth ventilation.
Yes.
Now, in your first aid kit, you have a resuscitation mask. Please pass me that.
Okay.
The white one there.
The white one, isn't it? This one?
Yes.
Okay.
So in your first aid kit, you have a resuscitation mask. Okay. So with your resuscitation mask, you're going to place it on the casualty's mouth.
Okay.
open the airway, the way I showed you.
That's
Just
it.
open the airway.
Still within, after the 30 compressions, isn't it?
immediately.
Immediately after.
Yes,
Yeah,
you shouldn't waste time.
Okay, okay.
Immediately, then you're going to pinch the nose. You pinch the nose, then you're going to blow.
Into the,
this.
yes.
You're going to blow into the casualty's mouth as you pinch the nose so that the air now can go into the lungs. So when you pinch, the moment you see chest rise,
I see that.
that is an adequate compression, ventilation. Sorry.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to do 2 ventilations. So that is 1, and then 2.
Is it to blow as hard as you can?
Blow until you see chest rise.
If it's not rising, then that's not an effective compression.
Yes. If you don't see any form of chest rise, that is not an effective ventilation.
That's it.
Yes.
I gotta do this.
Yes.
So you said right here.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And then interlock.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then after that, get this. Right? Place it on top of, and in what scenarios where you don't have this, you gotta go.
Usually, if it is first aid for the home,
Yeah.
it's your family members and such, you're just going to go direct.
That's it.
Yes. But if it's maybe at the workplace
Yeah.
and you're uncomfortable giving mouth to mouth,
Mouth to mouth, yeah.
just do chest compression.
That's it. Then you go right in,
Yes. Place it. Pinch the nose.
pinch the nose. That's it.
Then blow. There, very nice. Then you pause. You
That's
pause
it.
between the 2 ventilations. Pause for like 4 seconds.
Watch the reaction.
Yes.
All right.
You want for the chest to go down.
Okay.
Then you blow the second
That's
time.
it.
And then you continue with now 30 chest compressions.
That's it.
So you keep doing that.
Within this particular process,
Yes.
are you still trying to get the reaction of the patient?
The moment you're going to see a reaction on your patient,
Yeah.
the moment maybe they start coughing.
Okay.
If they start coughing, then you know that they have
patient,
started breathing
then
on their
things
own.
things are going on. Yeah.
Otherwise, if there's no sort of reaction, just continue with the 30 chest compressions, 2 ventilations, 30 to 32.
Until you see a reaction.
Until you see a reaction, they start to breathe on their own. Or until help arrives.
Until at what point do you say gone?
It is not for you to say that you're gone. You've called for help. So until help arrives.
John, sorry, Andrew, you just keep on going
You keep
all the
going.
way.
You keep going
Until the help arrives.
Until help arrives. But at some point, you're probably going to get too tired to continue. So at that moment, you'll need to stop. At some point, you've done the 30 compressions.
Yeah.
That's even less than 30 seconds. And you're imagining now doing chest compressions. You're doing chest compressions for over 20 minutes.
You know, as you're waiting for the
So at some point, you will get tired.
Yeah.
At some point, you will get tired. And at that point, you know, there's nothing else you can do. You have to stop.
You have to stop.
If the help hasn't arrived within that time,
Then you gotta stop.
you have to stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
But it's not for you to declare someone has died.
no.
Yes.
Until they're declared by somebody else. Isn't
Yes,
it?
they have to be declared by a doctor.
How long can somebody be in an unresponsive state, Andrew? Before
It varies. So what we say is that why you're doing chest compressions is so that the brain does not, the brain cells do not begin dying.
Yeah.
You're trying to oxygenate brain cells because if it gets to 4 to 6 minutes without the brain receiving oxygen, the brain cells will begin dying.
Essentially
And that's what you're trying to avoid.
pretty much.
Yes.
All right. So you're saying that in a home situation, you need to get this, isn't it? In your house?
It's in your first aid kit. When
Has
you look
to
at
be-
that
yeah.
first aid kit,
Yeah.
it does have this.
It does have this.
Yes.
And so it helps you actually then
Yes.
move along with this,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
In a scenario of accidents, vehicles are supposed to have this as well.
Yes.
Inside
yes.
the,
You're
inside the
encouraged
vehicles.
that to have a first aid kit
That's it.
in your vehicle,
Yeah.
so that in case of an emergency,
Then you're essentially
you're
going to
able,
jump into this.
you're able to respond quickly.
Pretty much. All right.
Yes.
Now, that is essentially how you're supposed to administer CPR. And the biggest takeaway from this by there, Andrew is saying, continue until help arrives. Maybe until you're completely tired. When you're saying, I couldn't keep on any further. Good. So do we move on to the
Yes.
rest of it?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna be an expert around this area. Now, CPR for me is
let's do
already
this.
out of the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the differences is for
Yeah.
CPR in babies or in infants, when you're doing the chest compressions, you're going to use 2 fingers.
Or for the baby.
Yes, for the baby that is below 1 year old.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing chest compressions using 2 fingers.
Yeah.
So you're going to place them same place.
Same position?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same place, and you do chest compressions.
Yeah.
30 compressions. Same.
30 compressions.
32, 32.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same way, because you're saying the chest will be a bit softer for the
Yes.
baby?
Yes. So you're trying to reduce the strength that you'll be using.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
the sequence is
the sequence is the same.
Yes.
Here's the thing. I've seen people sort of turn the baby when the baby is unresponsive. They're turning the baby, sort of tapping the back
Okay.
and all that,
Now
just to
That one now is for a choking baby. You've moved on now from CPR.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's not part of CPR. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So for a choking baby.
Yeah.
For a choking baby, that's when you see it. For example, if they were feeding and you find that they start turning blue around the lips, that color blue is an indicator that they're not getting oxygen. We call that cyanosis.
Yeah.
So there's a blockage in the airway and such.
After how long is the baby going to start turning blue?
Almost immediately. Almost immediately. When they start choking and there's no air getting into the lungs, because of the size of the lungs and such, you're going to see the lips, not the whole baby, just the lips, around the lips, maybe the nail beds, you're going to see a bluish tinge, a grayish bluish tinge.
Yeah.
And that is an indicator that they are not getting oxygen, and which is likely being caused by blockage of the airway, which is choking.
Yeah.
So immediately, you're going to try and turn the baby, support the head, find somewhere to sit. You're going to find somewhere to sit, and then you're going to turn the baby and give back blows.
Okay.
You're going to give up to 5 back blows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's it.
Check. Is the obstruction clear? If the obstruction is not clear, turn them like that. Using 2 fingers, same as for CPR, you're going to give 5 chest thrusts.
Yes.
Make sure that the head is lower than the rest of the body.
That's
That helps to, we use gravity as something that will help us to bring the obstruction to the mouth so that we can clear it.
Yeah.
So you're going to do chest compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Keep doing that until when you hear the baby start crying, then it means that the obstruction has cleared.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Good. I want us to move into the next sequence. I do not understand how my director is telling us that we only have 5 minutes to get out of the studio. But here's the thing. I want us to move into the next part of the sequence, bands. A common thing that happens in our houses.
Yes.
There are things that we can't essentially just avoid.
Yes.
Can we move into essentially how you react to bands in the house?
Now, for bands, bands in the household, a ban is basically you need to cool it. So if I get a burn, for example, hot water, hot liquid pours onto my arm, or someone in the house, you're going to cool it under running water for 10 minutes. Now, after 10 minutes, looking at the burn, you're going to cover it. You're going to cover it with sterile dressing that doesn't stick on the dressing, so that you can prevent infection.
Does it?
Yes.
Pretty much.
And the sterile dressing is just basically this.
Yes.
This is now what we call a sterile
dressing, yes, isn't it?
That's what you use. So when you're dealing with that and also wounds, you're just going to roll this. You get to this bit. You see this bit?
That's the one that rests on the button, isn't it?
Yes. It rests on the band. Then
and then you just keep on rolling around that area. Fantastic. And wow, here's the thing. Just to summarize this particular conversation, we needed 2 hours. That time essentially ran. How does somebody get to access the training for first aid at St. John's?
For training for first aid, you just walk into our offices on a Monday morning and sign up. We have training every week from 8:30 to 4 for 5 days.
Does it?
Come to any of our offices in Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nyeri, Eldoret, Embu. Sign up for first aid training. And at the end of the week, signing up, it costs 6,500.
6,500, isn't it? Okay, then finally then, if I want to get this first aid kit, how much is going to cost me from St. John's?
This first aid kit, this one costs 3,000.
3,000?
Yes, for the household.
Does it?
Yes.
How many do I need?
It depends on the size of your family. It depends on
the size of the family.
So we have this size and we have a larger size, which we call occupational first aid kit for the workplace and such.
Does it?
That one is 8,000.
Pretty much. Andrew, guess what? We'll call you back again. Let me talk to my producer after this so that we can continue with the rest of this in a proper session where we do have everything. So you do know you want that 3,000 shillings, but then he's saying you need to understand the importance of learning first aid as well. Guess what? Big beneficiary today. I can call myself a trainee. Trainer? Trainee, isn't it? On CPR administration. Trust me, I think I'm gonna ace it next time. Andrew, thank you very much for coming.
Yes.
And guess what? This is where we end this morning at Lookuptv across all your social media platforms. I am at Kiage Simba. I'll see you tomorrow for another session. Goodbye.